Okay. A big, big warm welcome to everyone to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Masterclass series. So I don't know if some of you have met Bhumikka before, or if you've attended one of her workshops before. Just let us know in the chat section. I'd love to know if we have people who are already familiar with Bhumika's work. She is an amazing, amazing teacher, and she's here today actually to talk about how she. Okay, I started seeing some messages already. She's here today to tell us about how to use tarot, not just for yourself, but also for your family and friends, and as well as if you want to practice it as a profession. And that's the amazing part about Bhumika, because she's fantastic at teaching you and training you to well enough that you can start earning straight away. And we're going to listen to some people who've done her workshops in the past and who started earning straight away, which is fantastic. I think it's quite rare when you can have that level of confidence and that strength of knowledge that you can go out and start practicing and start earning from it. So, Bhumika, I know you've taught dozens and dozens of people, and I know that you're going to share some of those tricks and knacks today as well.
Yes,
So let me tell
definitely.
you guys, Bhumika uses tarot to, for example, to resolve intimacy issues, find out about health, even of an unborn child. She's helped dozens and dozens of people to find, reasons behind why their relationships are not working. And she's going to share some of those things today as well. So let me welcome Bhumika on the call. Bhumika, big, big Mystic Lotus hug and welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. This is Bhumikka Chandiramani, and I'm into tarot card reading from last 25 years now. I have experienced thousands of different cases for different purposes, for different reasons, and for different things. So tarot is something which is very, very close to my heart, and I do it by my heart, not by just out of for the sake of it. I do it actually from my heart. So thank you very much, Ruchira, for welcoming me with a for my beautiful and lovely and very close to my heart modality of mine.
Bhumika, you combine astrology with numerology with tarot.
Yes.
How do you see that being? How do the three come together, and what makes this Astro-Numero-Tarot a really powerful method, like even more powerful than let's say regular tarot?
Actually, when you actually go for individual things, somewhere some points mix up or some things are mixed up, and you need to actually balance it somewhere, and you find it like, why still the accuracy is not coming towards the readings? Why there is something which is missing in my way? What is that which I need to work upon it? What is that which I need to bring it towards the great success? So even if you take astrology, even if you take numerology only or your tarot, so
Hmm.
some or the other things you think that something is missing. But when you combine all these three things together, you actually come to an accuracy. Like suppose in astrology, astrology is in a wider concept. So it tells you about a long future. Numerology will tell you about your characteristics. Tarot will tell you about your current situations. But when you combine all these things together, don't you think it will give a beautiful mixture for that? It will
Yeah.
actually give you a complete creativity and complete history of a person. The person can know about what is going on with the planets, how the planets are affecting him in this situation, how the planets have affected him. Let's say for an example, how Saturn has affected the person, how the other things have affected him. So all these things, some or the other way, it affects. But when you add numerology into it, add tarot into it, it will actually give you towards a proper thing to get into that, and you will actually not miss out anything. 100%, that is for sure it will be.
So you're saying, Bhumikka, that it's a far more accurate and more detailed and more dynamic
Yes.
reading?
Yes, it is actually very, very detailed and dynamic reading for that, because it will not only speak about one particular situation, it will actually be, it will actually say about everything what you are going through, what you have been through, and what all it is happening with your current scenario or current situation.
Mm. So, Bhumika, do you require? So, I've often heard that for tarot and for a lot of divination practices, you require a gift. You require this gift of intuition, level of intuition, and the seeing, the power to see. Is that true with this as well? Do I need that, or do I need that
This is
developed really high already before I can practice?
This is so superb question, Ruchira. Really thank you for this, because I would love to answer this question. So I would like to start with my own story. I would like to share with you all regarding my own experiences, what I have been through and how I entered into this. I was hardly 16, 17 in my very earliest into the world of tarot and divination, when my mom used to be very fond of palmistries, astrologies, and wherever in any of the fairs she used to go, she used to make me sit with the palmist, she used to make me sit with the astrologer. And I was hardly like 15, 16. I hardly remember my age at that time, say somewhere around 15 only. So, and I was like very intrigued. My mom had always been drawn to that world. She used to have that clairvoyance kind of thing, come over to the house to read at the parties or fairs or anything. She let me play with the cards like that, and all the cards, like not actually cards, because those days the cards were not available in the market. It was a very, very big thing if anybody was a tarot card reader. So I used to just generally play with all these things like Oja board and all that. And she never used to stop me also for that. I was like, wow, achi mai. So, but despite of being encouraged to explore these intuitive dreams, they always felt removed to me. It was like at the fair, I would be handed over with brochures from fourth generation kind of tarot readers. I bought actually the books of divinations and
Mm,
psychic development just to read through it, but
mm,
felt out of place when I read the authors' bios claiming their own gifts were handed down by a family member. I don't like to use the word gift basically. Myself, when talking about tarot, don't get me wrong, please. I request everyone, please don't take me wrong in this, because I never felt that it was a gift. And hearing a clients who say me that you really have a gift for this one is a high praise in this industry actually. It's like whoever the tarot card readers are, they actually feel, wow, I'm being praised by that
complimented.
someone is saying me that, wow, you are gifted. So you feel
Mm,
proud. But in
mm,
my case, I don't feel proud, because it's not the gift. It's really not the gift. But to talk about the ability to read tarot, it's like a gift makes it sounds like it's something you have to receive, what you have to be chosen for. So
mm,
hearing it gives me a feeling that I had even would talk about their own intuitive abilities being handed down through their family lineage. So if I
mm.
don't have anyone in my family bestowing these types of gifts on me, where might I find them? I used to wonder, that means I cannot be a tarot card reader. You cannot be a tarot card reader. Here, I'm sure that some people must be a tarot card readers also. So if you are not gifted, you are not a tarot card reader. Is it compulsory that some or the other person in the family has to be a tarot card reader? Then only you can be a tarot card reader? No,
Yeah.
right? So
Mm,
it all made me feel like I had to reach outside of myself to learn something like tarot. It made me feel like I was looking into an impenetrable world,
mm,
one that I very much wanted to understand, but wasn't born into that.
mm,
If you can relate, if you are sitting there thinking that tarot is for someone else to understand, that it's not for you to use, that you can't work with it because you're not intuitive, I'm sorry. Or it doesn't come from a magical world or mystical family, I want to tell you this. Stop thinking right now all these things. Stop thinking that it is not meant for you. Stop thinking that you cannot do it. You can really be the best out of best tarot card readers of now. Easier said than done, I know, but I was so held back by these beliefs at one time that I blocked myself off from my own intuitive self for years. I had to get myself to a point where I started to see that tarot readers were just like me. They were not separate, they were not in a great way, they were not doing something else. I was also told, you know, tarot card readers look like this, tarot card readers have big eyes,
What do they look like?
tarot card readers have big eyes, tarot card readers, they put turban on their head,
Oh
they
gosh.
wear big gowns, they have, you look at them, they actually look big, huge. I said, okay. I think in my personal way, when I did my tarot card reader, when I met my teacher, she was just like me. And she was very simple, very grounded, very down to earth. And it doesn't mean that also, if you are a tarot card reader, you should not charge. The first question my teacher said, when I asked, is it that when you become a tarot card reader, you should not charge your clients? She said, never. You cannot say that because it's your work. You are giving services, you are giving energies. When you are giving energies, you should take something in return. Even a waiter, don't ask you to pay, but we give the waiter by own happiness. Then why with the tarot card readers, you want to restrict yourself in that way? That you cannot charge, you cannot take. In fact, your clients should pay by its own without you asking them, because you are giving the solution towards them for their life. I think everyone can learn tarot. I really do. And I have seen it happen. I have had my students in my tarot workshops sit down and say, I'm not very intuitive. I don't know whether I will be able to learn or no, whether this is meant for me or no. So I just tell them, so why are you here? I always want to know because I love looking at tarot cards. And that's all you need to do to begin reading them. That's it. I always used to, then why are you here? Get up and go. Frankly, straight away. No, ma'am, but I love seeing the cards. So there is your answer. Then why are you getting confused? When you have shown your interest towards that, that means that itself is the answer towards your question. And that's all you need to do to begin reading them. See them, feel them, touch them. Just start there. It's funny, but the people who come into these workshops feeling the most blocked end up giving some of the most insightful interpretations when we start doing practice readings. Because the true gift to be found in the process is what you are able to relieve to yourself once you start working with tarot. You might have heard me always saying this before. I repeat myself a lot, but tarot will break you open completely. It will actually open up all your doors towards whatever is blocking you at the moment. Whatever you are unable to do, you will be able to enter into the mystical world. You will be able to get into the beautiful world of tarot cards.
So, Bhumika, before I ask the next question, I want to ask everyone on this group actually, what is the one big area of life that you would want to have insights on? And then we'll ask Bhumika how tarot can help us get insights into that. So can everyone just type in on the chat, what is the area of life that you think you want the most guidance on, the most help on, personally or in your family? If you tell us what's the one thing that really is common in terms of a challenge or an area that everyone in the family struggles with. Okay, I'm seeing a whole bunch of things. School, health.
Ruchira, give me 1 second.
Yeah, yeah. I'm seeing a whole lot of them. Rina is a nice one, knowing myself. That's true. I think everything usually starts from there. We've got finance, we've got purpose of life. I'll give a few more, a little bit more time for everyone to type in. Because you're going to learn how to use tarot to get insights, get guidance, resolve issues. And we're going to ask Bhumikka to help us understand how tarot really works in that space. So pick something that really is very close to you, very close to a lot of people in your family.
Yes, Ruchira, I'm here.
I was just telling everyone, pick something that, you know, they and their families struggle with.
So most of
Quite a
them
few.
are, yeah,
So
with,
quite a few people have said, of course, career and finance, but there's a whole bunch of people who've also talked about spirituality. I like that whole spectrum from spirituality to finance. Very often, everyone thinks that you can only be at one end of the spectrum, but at the Mystic Lotus, actually, and Dragonflies, we really believe that you don't have to forego one to pursue the other.
basically, you know what, Ruchira, I would also want to share something about me. When I started learning tarot, I had no idea how much it would teach me about myself. I had no idea that it would
Mm,
be really make me question my motives, my ambitions, that it would validate my biggest hopes as well as my greatest fears, that
mm,
it would reassure me when I was on the right path or no. I was actually thinking that whether this is the one which I'm looking out for. I was changing as I was learning. I was changing, I was learning. So, but
mm.
I didn't really notice it until I looked back and realized how far I had come, yeah. I'm here. And now it has already been 25 years. It's
That's
just like
incredible.
makes me feel that I have just learned it, yeah. And every day there is some other thing I'm learning.
Mm,
When I was doing only tarot, now then I added up numerology into it. Then I was teaching numero-tarot. Then I added astrology into it. It's like the accuracy of my readings had come so bang on, so superb, and like I started surprising. Wow, this is so good. Why, if I can do it, then why not others can also get benefited with that? Yeah,
that's
why
true.
not others, the tarot card readers who actually want to groom themselves with more accuracy, the healers who want to make their career into, then why not everyone should learn and get the great idea of that from it.
That's
and,
true.
and that tarot has been an anchor for me all along the way now.
Mm.
Was it a coincidence that I started working with tarot just before making some of the biggest changes of my life? I don't think so. Tarot gives me a lot of courage. It gives lots of confidence to trust in your own decisions and give rise to
What
your
were the
own
insights?
voice. Yeah.
What were the insights, Bhumika, that you got? You mentioned that you used tarot just around the times when you were making the biggest changes in when the biggest changes were going on in your life. What were the insights that you got?
It was like it completely changed my life. It's like I could actually start looking out for the future problems what people were facing. I could actually see I could actually figure it out, the diseases what people are facing, how the people with the cards itself. I could actually find it out, what is your forecast for your health, what is the forecast for your own career, what is the forecast for your other issues, relationships, basic health issues, your own home development, your properties, your house, your buying of a property, increasing your business, expanding your business. It's like lots of things.
So
Lots of
shall we,
things I could
Bhumikka,
say.
shall we take on? So I see a lot of people talking about guidance in life, and generally having a bit of a struggle with yourself. That's a fairly tricky situation, in the sense that when you feel slightly lost and you can't find your way out and you can't see clearly, you can't see your choices before you clearly. So can we take somebody on and see if we can use Astro-Numero-Tarot to help them?
Sure, why not?
Yeah? And we can see how it reveals what it reveals. So I'm going to take on Sandeep. Sandeep, can you unmute yourself?
Hello. Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yes, Sandeep.
Yeah, thank you, madam.
Would you turn on your video?
Oh, just a minute.
We'd love to see you as well.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Thank you.
yeah,
Your hair's fine.
yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah.
Go ahead, tell
Thank you,
us.
thank you. Yeah, right now I am working for a wine company.
That's a
Yeah,
good
so
company to work for.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just wanted to know about the career path, health related issues, or something like that, or guidance for further life.
Okay. You are currently working in a wine company. So you
Mm-hmm.
want
Yes.
to know how will be your career going to be
Yeah, yeah.
and how are you going to perform in that, right?
Right, right. Or should I start some business, small, something business like
Okay. Should you start your own business? Okay. What's the date of birth?
22/10/76?
22, 10.
10/76.
Firstly, I want to ask you, Sandeep,
Yeah, ma'am.
uh, are you very, very organized person?
A little bit.
And do you want all the things should move as per your way? It's like
Yeah,
ऐसा
yeah.
नहीं यहाँ पर ऐसा होना चाहिए ये ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. It's like you don't want to change your things the according to others. It's like you think that this is the way it is kept, it is perfect, and this will only give the right results.
Not in such manner, but I do organize something to work upon.
Okay, so you agree to it that you're a very organized person.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Also, it shows me that 22, what was your date of birth you said?
10 October 1976.
Okay. Are you very much connected to your parents? You
Yeah.
have high respect towards your parents.
Yes,
You
yes.
feel that my parents are my blessings, and because of them, only whatever I have done till today, it's
Yeah,
all because
absolutely.
of my parents. You have a high due
Yeah, yeah.
respect for your parents.
Yes, yes.
Lovely. And also, it seems you're married, right?
Yeah.
You have
One
kids
child.
also.
Yeah, fourth standard.
Okay. So you have a son,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Awesome.
That's incredible. That is incredible. How did you know that, Bhumika?
It is with Astro-Numero-Tarot only, Ruchira.
So if you only did tarot, would it be this accurate that you would know that he already had a son, that you would know he had?
If we would have taken tarot, we could have only found it out what question he has asked it regarding his career only, and that only we would have gone to. We would have not understood about his family, his parents, or his kids. So it's all because of Astro and Numero and Tarot. It's a combination of all three. I'm doing it here.
Okay.
So now coming to Sandeep's question, Sandeep, let's
Yes,
see
madam.
how is your career going to be in next 1 year. Let's see it in
Okay.
that way.
Okay, okay.
Sandeep, though you are planning, you have something in your mind that you want to start your business or you want to do something of your own, but
Yeah.
you are not going to leave your company. You
Okay.
are definitely going to not leave your company. Even if I would have told you, Sandeep, leave and go for your job, go and start your own business, you would have not taken it up, because you know that something you are getting it more than what you are expecting from here.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it's not that you are not happy. You are happy with your work, you are happy with your company, and you are actually doing something what you are liking it. But one thing is there, in future it is there, even if you will earn a lot, you love to, you want to actually enter into spirituality by some other way. You want to
Okay.
grow high in your spirituality, and that for sure it is there, it will definitely show, because it shows me that you will earn good in future. But
Thank you.
that will not that will not make you happy. Money is something
Okay.
which doesn't makes you happy, but spiritual growth or doing something for humanity is something which is your dream and you want to do. Also, it
Yes.
shows me that you want to do something for your family, and you want to
Yes.
buy your own house. You have your own house already?
No, parents house.
Sorry,
I'm living with parents.
cannot hear you, your voice is breaking. Ruchira, you're
Yeah.
muted.
Hello.
Yeah, I was just saying I couldn't hear Sandeep. Sandeep, just
His
come.
parental house. He said he lives with his in his parents' house.
Okay.
Okay, so you have your dream that you want to buy your own house also, right? We cannot hear you, Sandeep.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is better.
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is better. So you want to buy your own house also, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
100%. So that it shows me that for your family, you will definitely do it, and you will buy your own house by next 3 years. And in next
Okay.
3 years, you will be able to buy your own house also.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. So how
Thanks,
much
Sandeep.
you could relate to this, Sandeep?
Almost 60%.
Almost 60%. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sandeep.
Yeah. One more question. Hello.
Yeah, tell
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife is she is 5 months pregnant. So how about the future of my newborn baby?
The future of newborn baby, I would suggest that let the baby come with all the happiness and blessings by the God. Let's not predict and stuck the child in these predictions at the moment, because the child is too young to be done the readings for. Otherwise,
Right.
I see everything is going to be fine, and your newborn baby is going to be very lucky for you.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
somewhere money flow will be very good for you in that.
Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Welcome. Thank you very much,
Thank
Sandeep.
you all for your
Thanks.
cooperation. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandeep.
Thank you.
So, Bhumika, I know a lot of people also talked about spirituality. So, I would definitely like to take that up with you. How does how does Astro-Numero-Tarot help one in their path to spirituality? What sort of guidance can you get?
So basically in Astro-Numero-Tarot, you can find it out everything. The guidance towards your, starting from your health till your finances. What not is that it cannot answer. It will answer everything.
Okay.
You cannot expect that something is there which will not answer. You will get the answer for even if I just want to, if you Ruchira give me a permission, I would like to share recent experiences of mine,
Okay.
which I did the prediction 2 days
Hmm.
back.
Hmm.
And the guy came to me asking me that uh, how is my business going to be in coming next 1 year. I
Hmm.
said, firstly, looking at your business, I would rather tell you, please take care of your health, because looking at your cards and looking at your uh, chart, I see with your date of birth, I could see that something is coming towards your health. He
Hmm.
said, what are you talking? I'm absolutely fine. I don't think so anything is going to happen, and nothing is going to happen. I know, I have checked with my astrologer. My astrologer said I'm going to be fit and fine, absolutely fine. I said, all right, good. Your business is fine. It is not going to go, but you need to take care of your health. Something is there which I could see with your chart as well as your date of birth, with according to numerology and tarot cards, where I could see, and I predicted him saying that please take care of your health. Something is there which is going to concern not only you, along your family is also going to be affected with that. He honestly did not listen to me, and he just took it lightly. In fact, दो बातें सुना के गया and he left. After 2 days, he called me and said, Bhumikka, I think you were right. I and my wife, we both are COVID positive.
Oh.
And after that, now he is admitted in the hospital. His wife is home quarantine and he is hospitalized. He did not take it seriously. He thought like, forget it. It's like her readings are not true. I went for the business and she's talking about my health. I did not ask also for my health. The thing which is more important, the thing which is needed to be taken care, when we open cards, it talks about that particular area. We cannot expect that what we want to know, only that thing can come. Beyond that, also things come in that.
And so you have to be open and aware to be able to see that. Or if, let's say, you're doing it for yourself, is it possible that you will not see what you don't want an answer to? Does that happen as well?
What tarot, Astro-Numero-Tarot will not only will tell you about whatever questions you are asking, it will actually also tell you about what you have gone through, how you have gone through, what situations you have faced. So all these things, it says by its own also many a times. There are many clients of mine who come to me with no questions. They say, I don't have any question, but something has attracted me, something which I wanted to see how this works, and you just do it a random reading for me. When I open the cards, I see that there are multiple issues they have come up with, but they don't want to discuss, they don't want to open up. When I open the cards with them, they say yes, 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 yes. That kind of thing, they actually go and say that.
So Bhumikka, can we talk to one of the people in our audience? Actually, he's talking about how he wants to know what hurdles he may face in his journey into spirituality.
Sure.
And can we see if there are other things that we can find out about his life currently as well? Yeah.
Sure.
Praveen, would you unmute yourself? Just wait. Praveen, can you hear us?
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, great. Oh, okay. Praveen's a lady. Sorry. I know 3 Praveens and they're all 3 are men.
Okay.
There is Praveen. I cannot see.
Yeah. Hi, Bhumikka.
Hi, Praveen. Can you on your video, please?
It's actually I'm not ready at home, so that's why.
Okay.
Okay, so please don't mind. My English is not so good, but I try to. Yeah.
Hindi also, that's fine.
Okay.
Share with us what you.
Thank you. वैसे देखिए आई एम 50 प्लस और मेरी जो स्पिरिचुअलिटी जर्नी है वैसे फ्रॉम द बिगनिंग मेरे पेरेंट्स बहुत ही ज़्यादा स्पिरिचुअल हैं और बहुत ही ज़्यादा क्लोज टू हम मैं कह सकती हूँ गॉड एक उनका एक अच्छा सा रूटीन है और वो हमेशा खुश रहे हैं मीन्स जैसी भी सिचुएशंस आती हैं दे हैंडल एज इट कम्स लेकिन मेरे साथ भी कुछ ऐसा ही रहा है लाइफ में मेरा चाइल्डहुड तक मेरा बहुत अच्छा था उसके बाद में कुछ मेरी प्रॉब्लम्स रही हैं और जितनी मेरी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स आई हैं मैं बहुत पास फील किया मैंने मीन्स एक जो पावर है जो सुप्रीम पावर है मैंने उसको काफी क्लोज फील किया है और अभी मैं थोड़ा सा परेशान इसलिए ज्यादा रहती हूँ कि मैं टोटली मीन्स इन्वॉल्व हो जाना चाहती हूँ उसके अंदर। मीन्स जो अब ये घर की मेरी जो परेशानी है, या फिर बहुत सारे बच्चों के साथ में है, मीन्स उनको देखना। आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद माई किड्स, दोनों मेरे बच्चे बहुत अच्छे हैं, मुझे बहुत प्यार करते हैं। लेकिन मैं चाहती हूँ कि अब वो अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को संभालें, और मैं पूरी तरह से ना मीन्स लीन होना चाहती हूँ इन शॉर्ट। तो वो मैं नहीं कर पाती हूँ, और उसकी वजह से मैं बहुत डिस्टर्ब रहती हूँ। तो इसका रीजन क्या है, या मैं कुछ वैसे ज्यादा बेचैन हूँ? इतने जल्दी तो भगवान मिलते नहीं है। अ, तो पर मेरी बहुत ख्वाहिश है, और मैं चाहती हूँ कि मतलब कुछ ऐसा परमात्मा करे कि मैं लोगों की हेल्प भी करूँ। मीन्स अगर मेरी हेल्प इन द सेंस मीन्स मेरी हेल्प में मैं फाइनेंस नहीं मांग रही, मैं और कुछ नहीं मांग रही हूँ। मीन्स मैं चाहती हूँ कि मुझे खूब उनका नाम मिले। सॉरी, मैं थोड़ा सा वर्ड्स नहीं बोल पा रही हूँ।
प्रवीण ठीक है, हम समझ रहे हैं, लेकिन आप जो बोल रहे हैं आई एम श्योर भूमिका भी समझ रही है।
Sure. Yes.
बस मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि मेरी जो जर्नी है वो कितनी सक्सेस है, मुझे कब प्राप्ति होगी, या फिर जो हर्डल्स है एटलीस्ट मुझे पता चलेंगे तो मैं उसको रिमूव कर पाऊँ। सिर्फ मेरी इतनी मीन्स क्वेश्चन, दैट्स इट। थैंक यू।
प्रवीण आपका डेट ऑफ बर्थ बताएंगी?
इट्स 11/7/1967।
थैंक यू।
11/11/1967.
नो
11
नो नो,
7
11/7/1967.
11/7/1967।
Okay, so last month it was your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
belated happy
Thank you so
birthday.
much, thank you, thank you.
Okay, Praveen, firstly, I want to tell you, you are very, very balanced person. आप बहुत सुलझे हुए इंसान हो, आपको सब पता है कि आपको किस तरह से घर देखना है, परिवार देखना है, अपने आप को देखना है। ये बैलेंसिंग आपके अंदर गॉड गिफ्ट है। और आपके लिए जो भी द कार्ड्स आर वेरी ब्यूटीफुल फॉर प्रवीण। बाय द वे रुचिरा, आई वांट टू टेल यू,
Yeah.
superb cards have come, and all the cards you can see are so beautiful, so positive. I don't know whether you all are able to see
I
or no.
can
I'll show you
just
one by one.
hold them one by one, Bhumika, and don't move them, so then we can see it.
Now,
Nahi,
नहीं, अभी
the
नहीं
background is coming. You can just turn off your background for a few minutes.
see.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay, here's one
They're
card.
all bright and yellow.
Yes, this is another card,
Hmm.
and this is one more card.
So what are the cards, Bhumika, and what do they signify?
The card itself shows me that I'll say in Hindi for her so that
Uh-huh.
even she should
Uh-huh.
understand. प्रवीण, मुझे ये दिख रहा है कि पहले तो आप मदर टेरेसा का काम करते हो। सबका ध्यान रखना, सबके लिए खाना बनाना, सबके लिए अच्छी अच्छी चीजें करना, सबको खुश रखना, और फिर खुद को देखना।
Very
आप
true.
हमेशा यही करते हो कि पहले दूसरे खुश तो मैं खुश। आपके लिए आपकी खुशी पहले मायने नहीं देती है, आपके लिए दूसरों की खुशी सबसे पहले मायने देती है। और आप बहुत ज्यादा भावुक हो जाते हो अपनों को लेकर। जब अपनों की कोई भी तकलीफ होती है, अपनों को कुछ देखना होता है, तब आप सबसे ज्यादा भावुक हो जाते हो, और आप ये चाहते हो कि सब पहले दूसरों के लिए मैं करूं, और पहले वो लोग खुश रहेंगे तो मैं खुश रहूंगी। राइट?
Right.
ऑल्सो ये भी है कि आप बहुत ज्यादा बैलेंस्ड इंसान हो। आप ये चाहते हो, आप हमेशा परिवार को, पैसे को, घर को, फैमिली को, अपने मायके वालों को, अपने ससुराल वालों को, हर चीज को इतना प्यार से आप सुलझाते हो, इतना प्यार से आप हैंडल करते हो कि आपका एक अपना नाम है। लाइक आपको लोग एक्चुअली आपके प्यार के कारण जानते हैं, आपके प्यार के कारण आपके तरफ अट्रैक्टेड हैं। और वही नहीं, आज आप अगर स्पिरिचुअलिटी की तरफ जाने में थोड़ा ऑब्स्टिकल आ रहा है, वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके इमोशंस के कारण आ रहा है। ये भी स्पिरिचुअलिटी में भी जंप करने के लिए आपने ये बड़ा रिस्क उठाया। आपने बोला मैं सब छोड़ छाड़ के मैं स्पिरिचुअलिटी में जाऊंगी, जो होगा देखा जाएगा, पर मैं अभी अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट करूंगी। लेकिन अब आपकी जो रुकावटें आ रही हैं वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके थॉट्स की रुकावटें आ रही हैं, और कोई रुकावट नहीं है। क्योंकि पैसा अच्छा है, परिवार अच्छा है, बच्चे अच्छे हैं, बट फिर भी आपके इमोशंस, आपकी पहुंच उनके तरफ रहती है और हर वक्त आप उनके लिए सोचते रहते हैं। इसकी वजह से आप पूरी तरह से स्पिरिचुअलिटी में नहीं जा पा रहे हो, जिसकी वजह से आपको वो बहुत खटकता है, बहुत बुरा लगता है। एंड वही चीज आपको गिल्ट फील करवाती है। दैट्स द रीजन यू ऑलवेज फील दैट मैं नहीं कर पा रही हूँ। सो आप
एक्चुअली यही है कि मैं बहुत ज्यादा बच्चों में बहुत बिजी रहती हूँ। मैं उनके किसी काम को मना नहीं कर पाती हूँ, और वो हमेशा मुझे फोन उसी टाइम करते हैं जब मैं मेडिटेशन के लिए बैठती हूँ, पूजा के लिए बैठती हूँ। बाई चांस होता है, पर ये हर्डल्स ही है मेरे लिए कि एट दैट मोमेंट ही क्यों आता है उनका।
बस वही ही हर्डल्स हैं और कोई हर्डल्स नहीं है। तो आप जब ये होता है तब आप सिर्फ अपने चैंटिंग में बैठ जाइए, अपने पूजा पाठ के लिए बैठ जाइए और अपना काम कर लीजिए। आप उस वक्त ये सोचिए कि मैं अपने बच्चों को अपने टाइम से कॉल करूंगी, और आप अपना शेड्यूल बना के उनको दे दीजिए, और 100% आप स्पिरिचुअलिटी में बहुत आगे बढ़ जाएंगे, बहुत ज्यादा आगे बढ़ जाएंगे। इसी में ही है प्रवीण जी, इसी में ही आपका फ्यूचर है।
थैंक यू सो मच भूमिका जी, थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
थैंक यू प्रवीण, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू। वर्षा मैम ना? नो नो नो, रुचिरा, यस सॉरी, वर्षा मैम हाँ दूसरी हैं वो। थैंक यू सो मच रुचिरा मैम, थैंक यू
प्रवीण।
वेलकम।
दिस इज क्वाइट अ टसल, नहीं भूमिका? बहुत बार होता है कि हमारा कुछ इंटरेस्ट है, स्पेशली जब हमने अपने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज निभा लिए, उसके बाद भी जब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज की पुल रहती है तो हमें गिल्टी लगता है कि वहां ध्यान दे या अपने एम्बिशंस पे ध्यान दे। और अपने इंटरेस्ट या अपने ग्रोथ पे ध्यान देने से स्पेशली आई थिंक औरतों को ज्यादा गिल्ट, वैसे ही हमें ज्यादा गिल्ट महसूस होता है सारा टाइम।
एग्जैक्टली।
बट इसमें अपने ग्रोथ में कभी आई थिंक गिल्ट महसूस नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर आप ग्रो करेंगे तो आपके साथ पूरी फैमिली भी ग्रो करेगी।
Exactly. So that's really, thank you very much Praveen for coming and realizing it that yes, this is only the obstacle for you, right?
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Bhumikka, we have more people who are actually looking at pursuing spiritualities, pursuing becoming a healer. We've, in fact, one of our audience, let me just check, Samina, wanted to check whether she will become a healer or not. I think, Samina, if you take this workshop, I'm sure you will, but we'll have Bhumikka answer that.
Sure.
Samina, would you
have to learn? No, you don't have to learn astrology and numerology for Astro-Numero-Tarot. It is so simple. You really don't have to learn astrology for that separately, numerology for. Come with complete blank mind. I want students who don't know ABCD also. Please come, and it's all up to me how I am going to take you to this journey. Just leave it up to me. Only I just want the students who to unmute. Yeah, Samina is asking to unmute her.
Yeah.
So I want students who don't know also anything, please come to me. And the students who have already learned tarot, come to me. I will just clear all your doubts about it. So astro-numerology, you don't have to learn astrology and numerology for that. It is so simple and easy. I will make it for you all.
Okay, we'll check with Samina now.
Yes,
Samina, will
Samina.
you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
unmuted. Yeah.
Great.
Hi, Samina.
Hi,
Hello.
Samina.
I am 72 years old and I am a counselor and I practice several healing modalities like Sujok and Reiki. And I have looked after 4 of my family for 14 years and with very severe disorders like Alzheimer's and asthma and all that. I lost all of them in the last 4 years. So now I wanted to pay attention to myself. And then this corona happened. Now, I haven't traveled out of my house for 14 years. And so I started learning healing. But what I would like to know is whether it is right for me.
Sure, Samina. Give me your date of birth, please.
25/7/1948.
Your voice is not coming, Samina.
Yeah,
It's
25/7/1948.
25/7/1948. Samina, you are born a healer only. I don't think so. You should ask me this question because you are born healer. Your number 7 itself speaks about spirituality from your very childhood. You were always inclined to meditations, towards the God, prayers, puja path. All this was already inbuilt. I don't think that you should ask me this question. I should directly tell you that you are already a born healer. इससे ज़्यादा और क्या देखूं?
Thank you.
Okay, when looking at your specific question, I'll see it. Your forte towards the spirituality earlier was completely different. Your forte was to help people and do something for people at that time. And slowly and gradually, you changed your forte towards the healings, helping people, and doing something for humanity. And that's what it changed you completely. Now that you are completely upside down, you were not like this. You have changed yourself from upside down to only and only think and help people beyond your limits also. You actually go beyond and help people to that extent. Also, now is the time for you. Now is the time has opened up for you that you start your new journey of really helping people and doing the making a profession in spirituality. And this is going to be very, very successful for you. This is for sure. And also it shows me that 2 years down the line is a complete change in your journey. It has started from last 1.5 years, and more 2 years it will take, and you're entirely into spirituality only and only and only.
Thank you.
Has
Thank
it started from last 1.5 years to 2 years?
Yeah. I've learned a lot of healing modalities.
That's
a lot.
What.
Yeah.
That's what. Yes.
But I didn't have time to practice it because I was looking after so many people. Now
Exactly.
I do. Yeah. I do.
Now it's 2 years down the line, you will be completely full 100% into it. This is for sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Samina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bhumikka, this is quite incredible that one can not only, of course, one can use this to see what choices one can make for themselves and how those choices may pan out, and therefore decide which choice to go with. But also imagine, like I'm imagining doing this for others. I'm imagining doing it for family members, for your children, for your husband, or for your wife. That is really, really powerful to have that ability in yourself to be able to do this. So where I don't have to go to somebody else seeking the answers, I can see the answers for myself. That's really, really amazing.
Exactly.
And I want to ask you, what are the different aspects of Astro-Numero-Tarot you teach in your course?
See, first, knowing which tarot cards represents which signs of the zodiac can really help you to improve your accuracy, which giving a tarot reading, allowing you to give more accurate descriptions of people. Every star sign in astrology has a corresponding tarot card for that. Tarot card in the major arcana. In addition, Each of the suits of the minor arcana is associated with the element and as such is associated with corresponding elements in the zodiacs. So likewise,
Arcana, Bhumika?
major arcana are the cards. I'm talking about,
Okay.
there are 78 cards in tarot. There are 78 cards in tarot, whereas 22 cards are major arcanas and 56 cards are our minor arcana cards. So whereas those cards differently work in a different area in a different way. So that's how I was saying, like the zodiac signs are associated with the cards itself. So as like many of them are confused and they are asking about, do we need to learn astrology and numerology before coming to that Astro-Numero-Tarot? No guys, as I said, I will be teaching you how to connect astrology with your zodiac signs with your tarot. How can you relate your date of birth with your tarot, and how can you give complete, correct, accurate association of your readings towards that, and that itself will bring a huge shift and giving a complete accurate reading for yourself and for others. I would like, if you don't mind, Ruchira, we can take Chaitali in the on live, and we'll see how my teachings have been in modalities.
Yeah, of course. Chaitali,
Chaitali,
can you unmute yourself?
Can you unmute yourself, please? Chaitali?
I also just, in the meantime, I would like to tell everyone, Bhumika is available on the WhatsApp group. I think the link will be shared very soon with everyone. So you can ask her more questions about her workshop on that too, and about whether this is the right workshop for you. Especially, I know a couple of people are writing about how they practice tarot already, but haven't seen too much success with it. So you can ask her about how Astro-Numero-Tarot will help you to add that edge to your service, perhaps. Yeah.
We can tell. I think Chaitali is not there. She's there on the group, but
She's saying she's not able to unmute herself from her side. Just one second.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Chaitali.
Hi. How are you?
Chaitali.
Yeah, we are.
I think host have unmuted. Must have muted everyone, so I was not able to unmute myself. Okay. I want to share my experience with learning with Bhumikka. Recently, I've done few courses with her, and whatever she's teaching, she gives whole heart in it, and she's a big giver. My batches were only for 3 days, what we have been told, but because few people had query, she took it for 7 days. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I'm still not able to digest it because the few people were having a lot of difficulties to understand the concept, and they were not so sure. And she gives pura dil se. And whatever you are choosing with her, you will never regret. That's my promise. And I am looking forward to do few more courses with her soon. Once this lockdown and everything normalized, again, I want to start working with her. So that's my feedback for her teaching. So guys, if you are choosing this course or any other course, please choose, you can trust her completely.
Thank you very much, Chaitali. Thank
you, Bhumikka.
Thank you, Chaitali. Ruchira, we can take Alok Nag regarding, I have done the readings for him. So he can share his experience with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello?
here he is.
I just saw his name, in fact.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
he needs to unmute himself, or we need to unmute him.
I've just requested. Alok, just accept my request.
Yeah.
Hi guys, this is Alok here.
Hi.
So I have taken remedies. First of all, I did not used to believe into tarot because समझ में नहीं आता tarot होता क्या है. So I had taken actually just for the sake of doing it, I have taken it from I have done it from Bhumikka. उसके बाद तो बहुत पूरी जन्म कुंडली उसने खोल दी, 5 जन्म कुंडली भी खोल दी उसने. And I am a strong believer of Bhumikka and tarot now. And yes, so far so good. All And yes, there has to be some correction to be done through the remedies. And I had made her in charge for doing the same. That's it from my end. And I'm 100% sure that if you go with a problem, she has a solution. But मेरा ना life में एक चीज बहुत अच्छे तरीके से मानना है. Don't go in your tough time. Okay, go in a good time to cut off the cut time. Tough time, not the cut. Yeah. So all the best, Bhumika. Keep doing a good work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Sorry
you very
guys,
much.
I'm not
Thank
able
you,
to,
Alok.
elaborate in a proper manner since I'm driving. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alok. Really appreciate at least you are able to give. Come. Thank you very much. Ruchira, you're muted.
Thanks, Alok. Thanks. Yeah, because my dog was barking like crazy. So I thought Alok's voice will get drowned in her big bark. She's a small dog, but she has a big bark.
We also
Arjun, can you hear us now? Okay.
we also have Mayura, who has done some courses with me. So if we can.
Yeah, Mayura, would you join us? I can see. Let me just check. Mayura, I've sent a request to unmute you.
I have unmuted myself.
Ah, great. We
Can you
hear
hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Ruchira.
Hi, Mayura.
Okay. So, hello. Yeah, I came to know about Bhumikka during the Tele Summit. And so I first got my Akashic records read by her. And after Akashic reading, then it was the healing. After healing, it was like she introduced me to different workshops, and I was just drawn towards them. And she also said, just, do it. I was like, okay, cool, we will do it together. And something just draws you towards these courses, somehow you feel pulled towards them. And I mean, with Bhumikka, I can say her sessions are so much fun. They're interactive. You never get bored. You never get bored in her sessions. She'll make it so interactive, and she has so many examples to share. And you learn so much through those examples. And somewhere I think those doubts are also cleared when she is narrating her stories and all that. And something amazing about Bhumikka and her teachings is like she will ensure that the students understand the concepts thoroughly. And it's not like Chaitali rightly said, it's not only for the period that you have, the sessions. It will go beyond. So even after the course is over, or the workshop is over, you can anytime approach Bhumikka and say, hey, I didn't understand this concept, and she is there to guide you. So she will never leave you halfway or something, And she'll ensure that everyone is thorough with it and has built that confidence to take it further, to, probably become healers, or, to teach others. And like, she always encourages you to make money of profession out of what you have learned. So it's incredible, when somebody boosts you to that level and builds your confidence that you can take it further. It's amazing. And Bhumikka is always in for surprises. She'll say, okay, I'm going to give you all some bonus sessions or bonus meditations. So it just feels so good. And I mean, because she is an amazing healer, she kind of senses these energies and the vibrations. So she knows exactly, what is nagging you. In case there is something, she knows exactly through that expression what's happening. So it's just amazing. I really enjoy her sessions. Thank you so much, Bhumikka.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mayura. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Ruchira.
Thank you.
Bhumikka, I'm going to request you to take one more person on, if
Sure.
you are okay with that.
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
It's really interesting. She's so Kavisha is here, Kavisha says, I do tarot myself, but I would like to know about my spiritualities. And so I'm curious how Astro-Numero-Tarot will give her a much better insight, perhaps, than
Okay,
what she
sure.
is able to get currently. Kavisha, would you unmute yourself?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Kavisha.
I am 16 years old.
Can you on your video, please, Kavisha?
I'm actually on my desktop, and my webcam is not working currently.
Okay.
Kavisha, you're 16, did you say?
Yes,
that's what
I
she
just
said.
turned 16
Wow.
last month.
And you know how to read tarot already?
Yes, I got into tarot like in the beginning of this year, really into like spirituality and tarot and all of these things. Found out about tarot through a YouTube video and got really into it, read some books like about it. Ended up getting a deck, and I did readings. I do readings for my family members. I do readings for some of my friends. Okay. And through time, I have had some of my family members and friends say that whatever you said is true. But somehow, whenever I do them for myself or like try to do them for myself, it's like never accurate. What the cards are telling me, it's never, it never happens. It's like.
Okay, that's really interesting. Bhumikka, how can we help?
Okay, so you said that your readings are, how your readings are, by the way, Kavisha, you said?
My readings, I do 5-card readings. I do the past, present, future, and then the.
And how are your readings, you said?
They are accurate for other people up to 90%. To how many ever people have done by far. I've done about 30-35 people.
Okay. All right. Kavisha, can you give me your date of birth, please?
Yes. 15 July 2004.
15th July. Kavisha, I would like to ask you a few questions first.
Sure.
How do you keep your things? Are they always messy?
Yes, I'm the messiest person in my house. It's always a mess. My room is always a mess. Even currently, my room is a mess.
These things, Bhumikka, that you reveal in public about people, my goodness, I don't think they actually want to reveal these things.
Just to confirm, because when I'm seeing through Astro-Tarot, Astro-Numero-Tarot, so I have to see all these things as well. But only thing is, since you keep your things very messy, where you are keeping what thing, are you unable to find it and then leave it and then don't care about it. But when it comes to spirituality, that is the only thing you want to pick it up, and rest you want to leave it off. So it's like basically you want to take and use that thing only what you need it, and rest you don't take care of it. Forget it, I don't want to. Is it like that, Kavisha?
In certain times, yes.
All right, let's see how is your journey towards tarot is going to be. Kavisha, let me ask you one more thing. Are you completely mama's baby?
Yeah. Like my mama is like a single parent, so I am completely like my mama's girl.
So for you, mom is everything. Rest all like forget it, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care about anyone else. I care about my mother, like on top of everything else.
Kavisha, your journey, whatever you are studying, actually you're not going to implement anything of your studies. So I'm not discouraging. That doesn't mean that I'm discouraging you. You should not study further. You should study further. But along with that, you have a very beautiful journey towards spirituality only. You are going to take two parallel professions together. One, spirituality is also there along with you. And whatever you are studying, it seems, are you studying into science?
I'm in 10th. I'm in 10th.
Have you taken science in your 10th? Are you SSC student or ISCSE?
No, CBSE.
CBSE. Have you taken science in that?
No, right now we don't have that option. We have 6 subjects, so I've not yet given my exams also.
Okay. because it shows me something in science, you will take it, and something practical in the sense engineering or something towards lots of brain and hands will be used in that. And that's what it seems that you are definitely going to be very good in your profession of spirituality. Along with that, there is most chances of you picking it up engineering in your future. There are, you might have decided something else at the moment, but once you complete your 10th, once you complete your 12th, your choice will change and you will actually choose to go into something more practical, more towards hand related work and brain. So whereas hand and brain both will be used, and both the professions you will take it on in successfully for future. That is for sure.
Okay, thank you.
So what are your dreams after 10th you want to do?
Uh, Not yet decided because it was like from fifth grade all the way till ninth. I thought I will become a chef and that's it. I will open 55 restaurants around the world, and that was my dream in life. Okay. The moment I came in ninth, the more I thought about, like, next is 10th, and then you have to choose between the three streams. The more career options my mother started suggesting, and I have interest in like so many different things. It is, I do coding, I do like Alexa or Siri, like AI coding. I do that. I am interested in like pilot, like flying and all. I like to travel like crazy. I am a really big in cooking. I cook all the time in my house. Every day I'll cook something else. And I make all of these different dishes and feed them to my family.
Wow.
And I'm really into makeup. Like it won't be a day, like, even if I'm in the house just chilling, I'll do like a little bit of makeup on my face because I love it so much. I'm into so many different things. It's like a set career don't have in mind currently.
So something with your hands and brain together movement
Yes.
will be happening with you.
Okay.
More of practical and your brain movement together simultaneously will move in that. All right. All
Thanks,
the best,
Kavisha.
Kavisha.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Ruchira.
I was just curious, Bhumika, do you teach? So if somebody has learned a couple of other modalities and they come to learn Astro-Numero-Tarot, and if they find that they've not been too successful in growing their practice in the other modalities, do you help them to understand how to grow their practice of
Of course I do.
Astro-Numero-Tarot?
Of course I do. That is my, that is in my nature only to help personally in that way. I just do it that instead of doing this, add this to it, add that to it. It will help you in this manner. I help you in that is the counseling as it is. I love doing it any which way.
Yeah, because it can be challenging when you're first starting out and you want to, you've invested time and effort and money into learning something. You do want to see a return on that. What should people usually expect to earn when they do Astro-Numero Tarot?
You know what? I just wanted to share that only. Uh,
Hmm.
whereas when I would like to share my own personal experience with you all. I was the lecturer in the college,
Mm-hmm.
and I was about to get the job. My job was going to get converted into aided, whereas I was going to get selected as in the permanent teacher from the government, where my sixth pay salary was going to start, which was approx 58 plus,
Hmm.
and I entered full time into my tarot along with that. Like, firstly, it was part time. Then, slowly and gradually, I increased to that so much that I have to leave my job of 58,000, which was going to give me at that time, that is somewhere around 10 years back, it was going to give me 58,000 plus. I left that and I took tarot as my complete profession now. Whereas my hundreds of my students are actually earning more than 50,000 rupees from tarot only.
Incredible. That is incredible. That is such a
Chetali can
sweet,
confirm this.
that is just such a sweet extra income or extra earning
It
that you
It
start seeing.
is actually, and I actually left. I said, at least by this, I will be at home doing my things with peace, taking care of my
Yeah.
children, and doing the work with my own pace. I
Yeah.
don't have to work under somebody. I don't want anybody to order me to do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. So I
Mm.
don't even have any restrictions, and I did it all happily.
And in this climate where it's hard to commute, it's hard to take up office, it's expensive to take up office, you don't require any of those things to practice this actually.
Exactly.
That's quite incredible.
Exactly. And at this point of time, like the way COVID thing is going on and everything is become online, you
Yeah.
don't even have anyone to coming to your place. You just take your phone, do the readings for your clients and
Mm.
earn it by sitting at your home without any
That's,
disturbance of anybody else also. So it's not that you have to get ready and sit in front of your client and do the readings or chit chat more. It's like take a
mm.
phone, take your cards and sit and do the readings for your clients. So with your
That's
own
really,
pace of time.
that's
So
amazing. Bhumika, tell us about your workshop. How, what's your offer for all our listeners today? I know you have something really, really special. I'm going to just share my screen.
first before that, Ruchira, let's
Ah,
before you share the screen, I want to
yeah.
ask few questions from everyone.
Okay.
Okay, guys, if you think that this course is going to give you 50,000 rupees per month, every month, if you are earning 50,000 rupees per month, like you must have invested lakhs and lakhs of rupees in your studies also from very childhood, right? Yes, just type yes in your chat box. Exactly, lakhs and lakhs of rupees in your studies. You must have given years of time towards your studies, right? Yes, yes, yes. Everyone studies to earn good and make their future
That's true.
beautiful for self and for the family, right? Yes? Just type yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
Mhm.
So, if I say you are going to earn 50,000 rupees per month and I'm going to save your years and not months and just days, how much will be the worth this course will be for you all? 1,50,000? 1 lakh? No. 75,000?
Does anyone
No.
want to hazard a guess?
Yes, what will be the guess? Can you give me the guess? Let me see what is the guess coming from everyone. What can be this course for? How much, which is giving you 50,000 rupees per month earning opportunity? How much this course will be for you all, a guess for you?
Renu says priceless. We've
2,
got
3 lakhs.
3
Lovely.
lakhs. We've got 25,000, 20,000.
It is not 2, 3 lakhs. It is not even 1
Although
lakh.
Vijay, now I'm tempted to tell Bhumika to put that as the price.
Also, you know what, guys? By learning this, there will be bonuses also from me. And the bonuses, I will keep it as a surprise. Ruchira, let's keep the bonuses surprise and just hide the screen from there and then we will open it up for
All
them.
right. All right. I will try and see if I can do
Okay.
that. Yeah, I
So
can do that.
here we open the surprise box for you all. And this course comes to you
Just one.
only for, which is having 2 levels.
There. Can
This,
everyone see?
here it is. The actual price is 1,49,200, which you are getting it for only 29,990 rupees only. And that is for, this price is not for one level only. It is for both the levels. It is for both the levels. So for entire complete professional Astro-Numero-Tarot workshop, that is the complete both the levels workshop, is for 29,990 rupees for you all. Now, the surprise.
I'm not scrolling as yet.
For first 10 buyers, we have a big bonus for all. Tan, tan. You will get 4 practice sessions, that is 60 minutes each, worth rupees 35,200 for no price. You will get 2 months WhatsApp support worth rupees 30,000 for no price. You will also get 15 minutes personal reading session with me personally. 15 minutes unlimited questions you can ask me and get your tarot reading or angel reading done with me, worth rupees 4,000, absolutely free. So all these bonuses worth rupees 69,200 rupees is free if you take the offer of both the levels only for 29,990 rupees only.
And I'd just like to tell everyone, Bhumikka, that everyone has an EMI option on this, and there are no hidden costs and no charges attached to the EMI. So you can use a whole bunch. There are a whole bunch of bank cards that that we've got on the website that you can check. I'm sure you have one of them for sure. There are like at least more than 20 cards there. Choose that, and you can choose an EMI option as well to pay.
Lovely. Awesome. How does it get better than this now?
So if anyone has questions, you can share now. We can take a few questions. If you have questions regarding the workshop, you want to
No,
ask
it is
whether...
not a WhatsApp workshop, Renu. It is a Zoom workshop. We will be having it on Zoom. How many days will the workshop be? The workshop will be for 5 days, both the levels. And can we, Ruchira, can I give the answers to them?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Sure, Leena, you can register it and Amrish can help you and Mystic Lotus team is there to help you. You can register it right now before the 10 seats go from here, and you can get all the bonuses also.
Yeah, because I just want to highlight to everyone, the bonuses are for the first 10 buyers. So get in there quickly.
Yes. So Leena, Mystic Lotus team is there who is helping you out for that. And here the link they have sent you. Please click on that link and make the payment and you get the offer right away. And it is a Zoom. It is on the Zoom, and it will be 2 hours per day, which is going to start from 8th of August. 8th of August.
And how many days is it, Bhumikka?
It is 10 hours workshop that will be for 2 hours per day, or as it is like till I don't get satisfied, it's like minimum 2 hours. I'm saying I might increase the days or I might increase the time, also depends upon how you guys are going. And this is there that I love seeing everybody doing very well in their things, what they have taken it up. Okay, the timings will be from 7 p.m. onwards, Rooks. Okay. Yes, Ruchira, you were saying something now.
No, I just wanted to remind everyone that there is a Telegram group where you can join and you can ask Bhumikka more questions regarding the workshop, any queries. If you have any hassles in transaction, then you can get in touch with Amrish. You can, otherwise, I don't think there should be any hassles. Most of the time, these things are really, really smooth. And if there are no other questions, I think there's, okay, the team has just put up, thank you so much, Shilpa, thank you so much, Misbah. They've put up the link to join the Telegram group. So it's there in the chat section. So you can join the group straight away. And you can ask Bhumikka questions over there. She's available for the next day or so.
Yeah, I'm there with them all.
Okay. Any other questions? We're not taking any more reading questions right now. Otherwise, we'll all miss lunch. And I'm really, really hungry now. Okay, Arzu is asking what is covered in level 1 and 2. I think that's a good question.
In our level 1, we have about the tarot card reading everything, and major arcanas, minor arcanas, code cards, and the basic readings of 3-card reading, and yes or no kind of questions, the basic things. And in our level 2, we have how to do reverse card readings, how to find it out the diseases through tarot astro-numero cards, and as well as how to find it out the issues through astro-numero-tarot. Different decks, different spreads are there, relationships, different spreads are there, career related spreads are there, money related spreads are there, Celtic spread is there. Lots and lots of things are there in level 2. Level 2 is a complete advanced level where you will be exploring your Astro-Numero-Tarot in a broader way.
So guys, I just want to highlight some things because Bhumikka is very shy sometimes about talking about her course. So when we were discussing recently her full course, there's some things that I found that are incredible, and they're exclusive to Bhumikka's workshop. Yeah. So for example, this thing about knowing diseases through tarot, knowing about them, predicting them, this is something that I've only come across in Bhumikka's course. She also does this she teaches this beautiful way of doing a goodbye reading. So if you've got like a difficult situation that you're going through, or you want to invite a good situation, she has this technique called a goodbye reading that she teaches in this course. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
goodbye
as she
reading
said,
is something which is not there till now. Anybody has taught it. Is like when you're doing the reading for someone, the person is in major issue or major problem. You can actually do a goodbye reading for the person to come out of their issues there and there. You will actually see a shift happening with a person there itself.
she also teaches planetary reading. You learn, so on this course you learn psychic reading, and you actually, Bhumikka helps you develop and further your psychic abilities. She also does, I remember just finding this note that I'd made. She teaches you how to find stolen items using tarot. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the most
lost items also.
useful things to learn.
I want to share a small small experience with you, Ruchira, here.
Yeah.
Is that when recently one of my client, she just asked me about her ring. She kept it in the bathroom while washing her hands.
Oh.
And she just asked me that if she can find her, and while washing her hands, she forgot to take her ring. And when at night she realized that she's not wearing the ring, she immediately rushed to the bathroom to search it out for her ring. So when she went there, she did not find her ring there. So she asked me, where can I find my ring? I have lost it in the bathroom, and I am not able to find anymore. So there is where when I opened her cards and checked it out, I asked her that please check it in the bathroom only while washing the hands. You yourself have dropped the ring in the bathroom. Before that, she was suspecting her maid. She was suspecting her servants who was working there, and she was suspecting if a family member has taken it just to teach a lesson how you cannot be careless like that.
I can
So
totally see that.
and I just asked her to find it out right itself in the bathroom, and when immediately she went and she could find it out, her ring was stuck in the towel.
Ah.
while wiping her face, her ring point was stuck in the towel, and when she picked it up a towel, it was stuck in the towel itself, and she got a relief.
I can imagine the relief, because I've lost my ring once and I wear it all the time, and I've been wearing it for now, I think, more than 20 years. And I lost it once when I was in Australia, and I was so afraid that I lost it in the ocean because I'd gone diving, and I was so afraid. And then I, like this, in this instance, I wish you were around, then I wouldn't have had to go through those 5 hours of tension that I've lost it in the Great Barrier Reef.
She went through all that trauma whole day.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. I would learn this, I would do this workshop just to be able to find lost items. I lose things all the time. And with jewelry, like if you lose, my goodness, that's like 5 times the value of the workshop.
Actually,
one piece of jewelry.
Actually.
So yeah, so I just want to go back to highlighting a couple of other things that are really, really exclusive to Bhumikka's workshop. So she does, of course, I think she mentioned already, she teaches planetary reading, and she also teaches in terms of calculating date of birth and understanding the cards using numerology. And most importantly, she teaches you how to attract more clients and more students for tarot. Yeah, so you can actually develop this as another source of income. I know at this time, everyone wants another source of income or more income.
Exactly. This is the time where everyone, you cannot relate on only one work for you. You need to have multiple things to do to have a nice life to live in this time.
Yeah, true.
You cannot
So
rely on.
I just want to quickly highlight, everyone wanting those bonuses should get in there now. Almost all the spots are full. The first 10 spots are all almost all gone. So get in there quickly. I'm going to put in a request with Amrish if he can keep that open for a little bit longer, because I'm sure like some transactions are still in process.
Sure, we will keep it.
So, oh, great, Lina's joined in already. That's wonderful. Great. Thanks, Bhumikka. So if there's no other questions right now, do let us know. If you think of any questions later as well, you can put it in that Telegram group. The teams put it in. Thank you, Amrish, for extending it for a little bit longer.
Thank you, Amrish.
And reach out to Amrish if there are any hassles in converting your amount into the EMI. He'll help you out with it. Yeah. And if you want to check on a certain card or something like that, I'm sure he can help you out with that too. Yeah. Amrish's number is on the chat group, but I'll say it out loud as well. 98203 42288. That is a pretty number, actually.
Yeah, actually.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, for joining in and spending this lovely Saturday morning with us, Bhumikka and me. And I look forward to seeing many of you on the course.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you,
We'll
Lina,
close for today.
Enrolling.
Yes. And get in there quickly. Amrish has kept it open for a little longer, so I think you can get in there soon. Thanks, Praveen. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.